Hey, relax, Americans. It is no big deal for a cop to come up to you and ask you for your ID and threaten to arrest you if you don't give it. They're just doing their jobs. So you should do your job and just comply. Obey, roll over, do what the officer tells you to do because he couldn't possibly make a mistake. Today, we're in Walker, Louisiana. This is the Walker, Louisiana Police Department, and they encounter an auditor. Who's they? That's Corporal Craven and L. Chester, Officer L. Chester. We're going to get back to the Facebook page in a second, and I will leave this link in the description below so you can maybe utilize this public number right here. Where is it? Oh, right here, the non-emergency number. The non-emergency public number for the Walker Police Department in case you want to give them a little phone call and give them a little love based on this interaction in Walker, Louisiana.
Go on, go do y'all's job so I can continue with my night.
Okay.
Bye, deuces, y'all are dismissed. You're dismissed.
You can grab your
Dismissed.
ID, but if you're going to use this business, you go ahead and use the business.
I'm going to dismiss. I don't even want to hear this. Go on, dismiss. Goodbye. Y'all have a bad night because y'all deserve it. Y'all, good night.
Okay, so what's this all about? This right here is Daniel. He is from Truth Be Told Audits, and if you want to visit him, I will leave that link in the description as well. So he's in Walker, Louisiana, and he wants to hold his public servants accountable, and one of the ways you do that is you give them, the cops, the transparency that they always say that they long for. We are interested in building bridges. We're interested in transparency. We're interested in bridging the gap. Well, if they were, then they wouldn't mind cameras, and when you roll the camera, they won't conduct a retaliatory stop on you, right? Walker Police Department. Let's just take a look at his Daniel's initial audit of the Walker Police Department.
Got 2 cops on him.
I just want you to know, Daniel is standing a great distance from this traffic stop, probably 20 feet, maybe even more than 20 feet. Not
asking for his insurance right now.
He's not berating the officers.
And we have units 3084.
He's not being unkind.
And unit number 108.
We're just going to watch this whole thing because I want to show you that later the Walker Police Department decides to conduct a retaliatory stop. And for what reason? The only reason could be that they don't like transparency. They don't like a guy with a camera there to hold them accountable. This right here is Corporal Craven. And in this rear car right here, that's L. Chester. Officer L. Chester.
That one's over, people. So, mad dogging. Loves the mad dog, I guess. This one wants to wave and say hi.
All right, so now later on, Daniel goes to a local car wash to wash his car. Before he gets out of the car, he's sitting in his car, talking on the phone, smoking a cigarette. He's got his quarters rolled out on the passenger side seat, ready to wash his car. And then the Walker Police Department, specifically Craven and Chester, walk up to give him a hard time and intimidate him, try to intimidate him into IDing himself. Running his plate.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. About yourself. Name and badge numbers?
Officer Chester, Walker Police Department.
How you doing? And yours? Look at him running the plate. Look at this.
For no reason.
Come on, Craven. What you doing?
Huh?
What's this, the car wash?
Car wash, yeah.
Car wash on Smith, across from Smith.
What you doing, Craven?
What's up, Bob? You doing all right?
Yeah, about yourself, man.
Good. You got a license, registration, insurance on you?
4,
Or your license actually where I can identify you?
4.
Because you're loitering at this point. You're not using this business.
I bet you I got quarters out on my seat that I was fixing to wash my car.
Okay, well, you've been here.
I've been here for 4 minutes. I've been here for 4 minutes. I've already been here.
To the owner.
Okay.
This is loitering. You're not using
This is not
business.
loitering. This is not loitering.
You're not using the business.
So I can't use my phone. I can't hang up on the phone call. This is not loitering.
Can I have your ID, please, sir?
Craven, really? You really gonna go this far?
Can I have your ID, please, sir?
For sitting here for 3 minutes before I wash my car?
Can I have your ID, sir?
And finish the cigarette before? For what crime? What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I just said you were loitering.
Now, I understand people go into these car washes, and they can be seedy places. People go to car washes, they hang out, they do drug deals, they spray paint on the walls, and of course the car wash owner doesn't want this. So according to this right here, the Walker PD does have a contract signed with the Bayou Car Wash in Walker, Louisiana to trespass people from their car wash. It shouldn't be to trespass customers. It should be to trespass loiterers or people who might be trying to break into the change machine or, ruin the equipment or do drug deals where it would dissuade other people from using the car wash, thereby negatively affecting the business. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Daniel pulled up to the bay. According to the cop's testimony, he wasn't even sitting there for more than 4 minutes. According to Daniel's testimony, he was just sitting there for no more than 4 minutes, talking on the phone, finishing his cigarette before he washes his car. This isn't the definition of loitering. Loitering is the act of remaining or lingering in a public place with no valid or legal purpose or reason to do so. Daniel had a reason to be there. He was going to wash his car. I doubt very much if I was a business owner for this car wash, and if you were, you would not want cops harassing potential customers.
It's not loitering.
Yes, it is. It is.
I've been sitting here for 3 minutes and I've got it all on camera. I've got it all on camera.
No problem.
I've got it all on camera.
Can
Okay.
I see your ID, please?
For what crime?
I just said loitering.
Loitering. That is not loitering, sir.
Okay. Can you show me your ID, please, sir? One more time. Can I identify you, please, sir? I have a lawful right to identify you. You're committing a crime, loitering. If you don't identify yourself by state law, that's resisting an officer.
This cop, Craven, Corporal Craven, is going to spill the beans here in a couple minutes, and he's going to let Daniel know that the reason they stopped him is for retaliation for recording him and them earlier.
Do you know that?
I know 14-108. 1408.
I'm telling you,
108. Am I right or wrong? 14.108.
You're failing to identify yourself.
It's not failure to ID if there's no crime being committed.
And he is right. Louisiana revised statute, that's 14.108. It says resisting an officer. Resisting an officer is the intentional interference with, opposition or resistance to, or obstruction of an individual acting in his official capacity and authorized by law to make a lawful arrest, lawful detention, or seizure of property, or to serve any lawful purpose or court order when the offender knows or has reason to know that the person arresting, detaining, seizing property, or serving process is acting in his official capacity. There is no lawful reason for Craven or Chester to be doing what they're doing. They're just being bullies. They're being authoritarian bullies who are using their power and their force to get what they want, and that is to deprive an individual of his individual identity.
I've got quarters. I've already showed the quarters on my passenger seat. I was trying to finish my cigarette before I washed my car.
Can you give me your ID, please?
You really want to go this way? All right, watch this, people. Rights violations, Fourth Amendment rights violations right here.
Show it to me.
This is a Fourth Amendment rights violation right here, people. I was finishing my cigarette, fixing to wash my car because it's dirty, and he wants to come up and violate my Fourth Amendment rights right here.
Talking about search and seizure?
No, this is a Fourth Amendment right to my papers, persons, and effects for committing no crime. There's no crime. There's no crime being. I don't give a shit what you got to say. There's no crime being committed here.
Now, a lot of people are giving Daniel a hard time for giving over his ID. But guys, we all walk a different path. We all have our own journey. We have people at home who depend on us. Some people don't have people at home that depend on them. And it would not be good for Daniel, and it wouldn't be good for The people that depend in Daniel's household who depend on Daniel to be there for Daniel to be in jail for no freaking reason. There are people who, if you go to jail in your family, who could die or be left in some kind of, bad shape or jeopardy. So while I understand why people would say, dude, why'd you give your ID? You didn't do anything wrong. Stand your ground. And if they arrest you, you got a lawsuit. I used to be really hard on people in this way, but I think it lacks a fully orbed view of understanding that people go through their own stuff. People have their crosses to bear. You have your cross to bear, and we're not all alike. There are a lot of differences here. I understand the argument of, man, you shouldn't have gave your ID, and I also understand the argument of, I got to pick and choose my battles wisely here, because if something happens to me, then something really bad happens to my family member or some other reason.
I was fixing to wash my car. I was finishing my cigarette. I've been here for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And it's all on camera, so you're about to look stupid in front of everybody. And what's your badge number?
Walker 34.
34. I already got 32 fired because of some stupid shit like this. And Craven knows who the hell I am. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you all my quarters again that I was going to wash my car with. They're all right here.
Look at that. And the cops didn't even ask, when he said this before, the cops didn't even ask, okay, let me see your quarters. And then if Chester, for example, if Officer Chester asked, hey, let me see your quarters, and he sees it, then he should have looked over at his partner Craven and gone, dude, we cannot pin him for loitering. He's obviously getting ready to use the car wash to wash his car. You got to drop that. We don't have anything. We can't run his plate. He didn't do anything wrong. We can't ask for his ID. And if you do ask for his ID, if you do continue to come at him with the implied threat of force, I'm going to have to arrest you, Craven. That's what a good cop would say. That's what Officer L. Chester should have said to Craven, but they weren't interested in conducting that investigation.
I was finishing my cigarette, fisting to wash my car, and he decides to come over and tell me I am loitering.
So if you're not using this business,
I'm using this business.
So we've been sitting over there for over 4 minutes.
Oh, so we're judging this whole entire stop over 3 and 4 minutes.
But we've been
3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
Dude, it takes 6 minutes. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette.
It is cameras. It is.
That's fine. Yes, and I'm recording the whole entire thing. Oh my God! Yeah, right, dude.
So you're not using this business at all. Where are your quarters at?
They're right here.
Let me see your quarters.
Right here.
Watch this.
They're right there in the passenger seat.
Okay.
They're right there. See them all lined up across the seat right there? Okay.
Now they're lined up. They've been with him ever since. He didn't have time. Daniel didn't have time to go back in his car and line them up while they were having this conversation. He's saying now they're lined up. They were lined up before the cops even pulled up. So at this point, Chester should have said, he should have grabbed his head and gone, oh my God, we've made a horrible mistake. And it is a horrible mistake to run somebody's tag and then to request their license and threaten them with arrest if they don't relinquish it. At this point, Chester should have looked over at Craven and said, dude, we can't do this. We're bound in our consciences by the chains of the Constitution. We can't go any further than this. But they don't do this. Why? Because they're showing what kind of human beings they really are. They're showing that they have a corrupt character and they are willing to use the power of the state to intimidate somebody out of their Fourth Amendment right to be secure in their person.
Right to smoke a cigarette before I wash my car, you idiot.
Okay.
Idiot.
That's fine.
Y'all are Craven's fisting to get fired.
He gave the evidence that he's not loitering. Let that sink in. And they're going to continue on with their tyranny anyway.
Y'all just lost y'all's qualified immunity.
That's it.
Yeah, y'all just lost y'all's qualified immunity. Yep.
Look, I'm going to tell you this one time, okay?
I'm washing my car.
Are you going to listen to me?
I don't have to listen to you. That's the thing. I'm washing my car. Now, did you run my driver's license so I can continue with my night?
Can I talk to you or not?
I have no reason to listen to what you got to say. I'm just going to wash my car after I finish my cigarette. But it is a Fourth Amendment violation for no crime being committed.
You were committed a crime. Loitering is a crime.
Loitering is. I have been sitting here for 3 minutes. Listen to this, people. Listen to this. This is ignorance.
It's on camera. The owners,
exactly 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I've been sitting here.
Several times about people sitting here doing unlawful things.
I'm finishing my cigarette.
Which he was not. Daniel was not doing an unlawful thing. He wasn't spray painting. He wasn't damaging equipment. He was sitting there finishing his cigarette and talking on a phone. That wasn't unlawful.
And wash my car.
So that
gives me a right to sit here for 3 minutes until I finish my cigarette.
gives me a right to identify you because
It does not. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're right. I'm right.
No, you're wrong.
Right. And guess
Craven,
what's
you're
crazy?
wrong.
And what's crazy is the same camera system that you're talking about is the same camera system that's going to see them following us around making traffic stops.
I have every right to.
Boom. The same camera system that's recording us talking is the same camera system that caught you following us around with a camera. That's exact. Thanks, Craven. Thanks for letting the audience, the global audience, know that the only reason you're harassing Daniel is because you're retaliating because you didn't like the fact that somebody believed you and said, oh, this police department wants transparency. Obviously not. Craven and Chester from the Walker Police Department in Louisiana do not want transparency, and they are willing to abuse their power and harass a fellow American in retaliation. Thanks, Craven, for the admission.
Follow y'all. I have every right to keep my government accountable.
I have every right to identify you when you're committing a crime.
I have not committed no crime. I have not committed no crime. I have not committed a crime. I should have let you take me to jail is what I should have did. I should have refused the ID and you should have taken me to jail because I would have had your badge. You want to go ahead and turn it in now? Take off the whole clown costume. Take off the whole clown costume. I am clean. I know I don't have nothing wrong with me.
Said -17.
That's right, -17. But you're out with somebody. See, I know. And you're talking about 14108. It is failure to ID for not giving ID whenever it is lawfully reasoned. But it is not. It is. So if somebody decides to pull up in a car wash and dig quarters out of their console and have a cigarette before they wash their car, they're not allowed to do that.
But you've been
If you're out of your car,
I cannot dig in my center console to get quarters out when I'm out of my car.
showing that you're actually using the business, I have no problem with that.
But I have proof that I'm using this
You don't
business.
have proof.
Craven is lying. The only reason he's there is because he was being followed and Chester was being followed by a cameraman. That's it.
You don't have proof.
You don't have proof that I'm not using this business.
Okay, I was over there sitting
For
there.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. You even said on camera that it was 4 minutes. Just go do y'all's job so I can continue with my night. Bye. Deuces, y'all are dismissed. You're dismissed.
You can grab your
Dismissed.
ID, but if you're going to use this business, you go ahead and use the business.
I'm going to dismiss. I don't even want to hear this. Go on. Dismiss. Goodbye. Y'all have a bad night because y'all deserve it. Y'all. Good night. Get out of here.
That is Truth Be Told Audits. This police department is the Walker, Louisiana Police Department. There is the non-emergency public number if you would like to let this police department know what you think about this interaction where they do not love transparency. I will leave Truth Be Told Audits link in the description as well as the Walker Police Department Facebook page. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are and stand for your rights. If you don't exercise your rights, you will dang sure lose them. I will see you in the next video.